Hey Ethan,
Hi.
do you want to watch me play some Blood Bowl?
Yeah.
I know it's been a while, but I got sick and then I burnt my finger and other stuff happened and I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah. Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas exactly. I had to buy presents for everyone and I'm not sure what everyone in the thread likes, stuff like that. So I thought the best I could do was just do another video.
Yeah. No, that's okay.
Oh, we're playing ogres,
You brought
by
a
the way.
wizard?
He did he did buy a wizard.
Why would you do
Wait,
that?
because he had extra money and it wizards aren't great, I guess. I'm not sure to be
I
honest,
like
but
the loading screen though, where he's giving that little snotling a hug.
I was about to tell you this before when we were talking pre-recording, but then I figured this is stuff for the actual commentary. I haven't ever played an ogre team before. I might have played one on Fumble like ages ago, but I have no idea what the best tactic is, which is why I'm hesitating here if I want to kick or receive. And in the end, I decided to receive just so
You
I
could
could
punch
get one
first.
touchdown, punish first, and get an early touchdown, so I wouldn't have to worry so much about the ogres. I mean, they do have Bonehead, all of them, which I'm hoping is gonna fuck him up a bit. By the way, I'm playing Shogun. Uh, but we'll see. He does have a few scary ogres on his ogre Pompadour's team. He's got his Mr. Fisticuffs, which has all the regular stuff and guard and +1 strength, which is annoying. But the one I really don't like is his number one, Sir Pompous Nickel something. That's got Juggernaut, Stand Firm, and Frenzy.
Yeah.
Which, which if I remember correctly, is his ball carrier. Hooray! Touchback.
Lucky.
No, luck had nothing to do with it. That was pure skill.
That's a good start.
Mhm.
Just beating the crap out of his snotling.
Well, my plan was to my first plan was to do what I like to do with when playing against lizardmen. Go for the snotlings. But Shogunate don't use them for carrying the ball or anything. And I mean they're super squishy, which is nice. But they do have dodge and sidestep, which is annoying. And he's got a full team. He's got 16 players, so he's got 10 snotlings.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
Which
spares.
means, yeah, so I'm never gonna knock all of them out. Well, I might, but realistically, I'm not gonna
He's
have.
probably going to always have 4
He's
or
yeah,
5. 5.
yeah. So if I if I for some reason want to cut down on his team, I've got my work cut out.
Yeah.
Uh, and even then, if I do manage to knock out all of his snotlings, he's still got a whole bunch of ogres left. Luckily for me,
You've got block
well,
and guard.
yeah, most of his ogres don't have block. I don't think he's got one ogre with
Yeah.
block. I think, yeah. So that's good for me. I like that.
Look at this guard helping out.
He does have a lot of guard. He's got guard on, I think, almost all of his ogres. He's got guard on 3. So half of his ogres.
So almost as much guard as the changers have
Yeah.
from the other direction.
Uh-huh. But I mean, it's when you got a team that has higher strength players than you, it's guard is annoying because you always need to calculate where you want to what you want to do, who's got to be where, and who needs to punch who to get the most out of your blocks. And after half a game of doing that, I usually get really tired of it, so so I stop counting, which which isn't the best strategy if you really want to win.
Yeah, but
But it's like, I can look over this for like 2 minutes and figure out the best possible strategy, or I can just punch this guy.
no, it's going okay. You shoved
Yeah.
some ogres.
I shoved some ogres. I knocked 3 of them down. I did really well with fouling in the last game, so I'm trying to keep that up. That, by the way, his number 3 is Mr. Fisticuffs, the strength 6 ogre, which is that's the one I'm worried about. Not so much the other ones. I mean, I guess I should be worried about the Juggernaut Frenzy one, but he doesn't scare me as much. That's strength 6. And people here might wonder why I decide to run through 3 tackle zones, like dodge 3 times. It's a very valid question. However, since snotlings have
Super tiny.
what's it? Yeah, they don't actually. I need to dodge, but it's like I don't get the minus for the tackle zone. So it's like dodging away from someone rather than dodging into a tackle zone. So it's one easier to do than like a regular dodge through someone's tackle zone. So it's still bad. I still need to roll 3 pluses, but I don't need to roll anything higher than that. And it was Ragnar.
Yeah, and he can do anything.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him.
I mean, he's dodged away from babies before.
I'm the worst part is I'm starting to believe like his own legend. I'm starting to believe in Ragnar. Like rather than being like, this is a really dumb play, my current way of thinking is, this is a really dumb play, but it's Ragnar doing it, thus it will work.
Yeah. Well, that's how it works.
And that-
there's a mechanic in the game.
Yeah, I mean that works out great thematically, but it doesn't when it comes right down to it. The dice don't care.
No,
I mean,
do.
I wish they would.
They do. RNG stands for Ragnar Number Generator.
Oh God, my Firefox just crashed for some reason.
Lucky.
Yeah, real world problems compared to
Yeah, go on.
see, Ragnar.
He can punch babies all day long.
He can. I'm actually kind of pleased with this because Ragnar made it through, and Shogunate did not. He only had one Snotling cover him. Snotlings aren't that fast, which means if I run over there with Ragnar, no one can reach him. I mean, I think his number 2 ogre, Ogre Kneecap the Third, the guy with lower armor value. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can blitz him right now.
With the going forward.
But yeah, with 2 going forwards, I think, or maybe 1. But I'm gonna make that harder on him. By moving a guy. I wish we did this commentary yesterday or the day before, because I had the best deep voice for it.
You were like that guy.
Yeah, and I had plans for the intro rather than doing like high Ethan, just going, "Are you ready to watch?" But then I got a bit better, and now I can't do it reliably anymore.
You idiot.
What?
Oh dear.
The things I'll do for this LP.
Yeah, the things you'll do when you're delirious with disease.
I'm committed. So yeah, I'm not sure why here, but for some reason I'm really rushing it,
Yeah,
and I don't really have to at this point,
yeah.
but yeah,
Holy shit! Look
no.
at that.
What do you
So,
mean
so good.
What do you
indeed.
mean holy?
Well, sometimes
Yeah,
set fucks up.
Yeah, but not Ragnar.
No, Ragnar was always going to catch it. Look at that. Oh, this. No. I know what this means.
Do tell.
Ragnar's going to score, and then I think that means he
Ah.
levels up.
But Ragnar does awesome stuff, but he keeps failing when he actually wants to score.
Yeah, but all he's got to do is walk over there. He doesn't even have to do anything fancy. That's a good roll.
Yeah, I approve of that roll. And we got our first bonehead of the match, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. And our second one.
So, yeah, that's a
Now-
lot of ogres not doing
Yeah.
much.
And it's also I think I fall for this once or twice in this match as well. Now since I'm playing with a Minotaur, 3 boneheads in one round. That's gotta suck. A bonehead, by the way, for those that are not up to the bonehead rules, means that if a player with bonehead wants to do anything, he needs to roll a die. Well, first he has to say what he wants to do. Like, I want to block, and then he rolls a die, and on a 1, he boneheads, which means he doesn't do anything, and he loses his tackle zones. Compared to our Minotaur, which has wild animals, and if he wants to do something other than block or blitz, he needs to roll 3+, 4+?
4+.
Something, 4+. While blitzing and blocking, he just needs to roll a 2+. So on a 1, he just stands still and roars. But he's still gonna retain his tackle zones, which
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
Now, I think there's 1 or 2 places later on in the match where I actually forget that a player has been boneheaded and doesn't have tackle zones anymore. Just because I'm so used to playing with wild animal, and the fact that when you usually play against big guys with bonehead, there's only 1 of them, like, on the pitch. So, and if he boneheads, then you're like, oh, right, he
Yeah.
doesn't have. But when there's like 6 or 7 of them around, it's for some reason harder to keep track. I don't know. trying to get some snotlings out.
He's already dead. He's dead now. You've killed him.
After 17 games, I've had enough.
17 games, and he's... Oh dear, Ragnar.
You can't say he didn't deserve it.
No, he deserves it, but
What?
17
But
games is a long time. It's a really long time.
It is. But yeah, a classic 2-turn touchdown. No, 3-turn.
That's 2
A
for...
class.
That's 2 for people who can't count.
A classic 3-turn, 2-turn touchdown.
Yeah.
And I swapped out Seth because he's a thrower, and I
Yep.
don't need him.
And you left Ragnar out too.
I probably did because he just leveled up and he
Yeah.
shouldn't have to die.
Yeah.
Now this is like I said before. Look at that kick.
That's
by
a
the way.
really good kick.
Yeah. Now I know Shogun wants to pick up the ball with its number 1. That's in the back, which is why I kicked it short.
Yeah.
In general, I like to kick it short because it means I'm closer to the ball, which I find useful.
Yeah.
I think it's mostly personal preference. I don't like to kick it long, because that just means sure he'll the ball is going to be separated from the main cage, but it will catch up in like the next round, and I don't have any way of putting pressure on the ball.
Yeah.
Which I'd much rather do than...
It takes longer for the ball to get near you, which is like ideal. I remember we did this last match as well. You already said this, old man.
I'm sorry. It's important.
It is important. I like to kick long against vampires, because sometimes the guy will get like, he'll go, "Oh, my vampires can do anything," and he'll pass, and the thralls will fuck it up. But
yeah, but that's my main issue right now. Had I played like say a Norse team, an Elf team, a Chaos team, an Orc team, I would have been pretty certain what like the general strategy for scoring would be. And right now, to be honest, I don't really have a clue. I'm not sure is he going to try and pick up the ball with an ogre. Yes, he is.
Yep.
Okay, fine. It's a 4+ roll, which is why I mean, I would be hesitant to handle the ball with an agility 2 player, but then again, I don't play ogres.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if he's going to is he going to try and throw a snotling down to score? But from the way his team's built, most of the touchdowns are made by ogres, which is, I mean, regardless of how crappy I am at ogre tactics, I mean that's just in general a good tactic because those guys are going to survive.
Yeah.
Your snotlings are just going to die, and boy, so you don't want to score with them unless you really have to. Where was I? Oh yeah. So yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, all you know is that the ogres are probably going to be the guy scoring.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if is he going for a cage right now? Does that mean I need to cover these guys here on the LOS? Should I keep going for the snotlings and try and get some cheap star player points? Or do I want to try and set it up in such a way that I can knock out the ogres and get some use out of it? And I want to frenzy with Mr. the Fister to knock someone out.
But they're all either really strong or have sidestep.
Yeah. Right here I went for Skull Poker on. I mean it's a 1-die blitz, but he does have wrestle, which means he's only gonna get knocked down on a skull.
Yeah.
And a wrestle is good for me. So it felt like it was the right thing to do. Had I gotten say a push, I could have pushed him back 1 step, which would also have been good. So I didn't feel that like there was too much risk in blitzing there. I mean, I felt it was riskier not to blitz. I like to blitz if I can, even if it's a 1-die block. Ow,
Steve.
Yeah.
No, he's fine.
It's horrible how he lives up to his name.
Yeah, he's Steve. He's the worst man. A man of sausage. Oh dear.
I'm thinking of getting dodge on all my players. So I don't
Yeah,
have to worry about defender stumbles.
yeah, that's a good plan. You work on that.
And in case you missed it, Snotling picked up the ball, tried to hand it over, and dropped it, and then it bounced over there.
Yeah, he's bad.
Which I like. Unfortunately,
All of your guys
I
are
tied.
in the wrong place now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I tied up all my players last round on the LOS because I wasn't sure what I should be doing with them. But clearly, I should have done something else. I mean, in hindsight, I probably should have kept them out of range of the ogres. I mean, they're not that fast. They've got Bonehead. I'm gonna have a excuse me, hard time to knock them down regardless. Also, another reason why Snotlings are annoying. I didn't see that Snotling earlier because he was totally covered by the Minotaur.
Yeah. It's like when you play against goblins and you see the referee and you think he's one of their players.
Yeah. That's what it actually took a bit longer to edit this match just for that reason, because I kept confusing the referee with the Snotling. So whenever he moved, I reckoned, oh, Shogun is making a move. I can't cut this out, because usually when I edit, I stare at the screen, and as soon as I see something moving, I'm like, okay, someone's made a move. Let's go back a few frames and add this into like the final video. So fuck that referee. If I could, I would kick him out.
Getting good with the stuns.
Yeah. Here I realized that I've got Mikey. He's got agility +1. So
Yeah, he's like an elf or something.
Mhm.
Not really anywhere for him to dodge, though.
I'm trying to figure out if I want to pass. It worked out great the last time. It's much harder this time. But on the other hand, Mr. Hadwick, I think it is, up there. Yeah.
He
So
tries.
I decided to go. I decided to go for the +2 dodge, and I failed it.
No, you passed the dodge. It was the going for it that you fell down on.
Well, same difference.
No, going for it's always fail. You know this.
Not with Mikey.
Oh, he's fine. It's just quite a lot of strength has just disappeared.
Yeah. He just needs to wiggle his way down into the earth.
Yeah, regenerate like a worm.
Mhm.
Everyone's boneheading
But
it
this
up.
this is like one of those sequences where neither me nor Shogunate manages to do anything proper in a few terms. Fine, he just injured one of my better players. But other than like stuff that counts hasn't worked out for us. Like in the few turns before this. Apparently it's working fine for him now.
Yeah,
But I
you
do.
can punch
Well,
that guy.
luckily, no, that guy boneheaded, so I don't even have to dodge.
Damn. Damn.
And that's Mr. the Fister, and he's got Frenzy.
That Snotling's dead. He's just crushed.
However, the problem again is that all my players are tied up elsewhere, so I can't actually get to the ball
Yeah.
any way proper. So like the question is, what do I do about it? Do I try to like go for it and get the ball? Which I can't. At this point, I can't really see what I should do, because I haven't realized that if you look up to the in the right, his #1 ogre, #2 ogre, and #3 ogre all have boneheaded. No, sorry, not #1, but number
But number two and
number two,
three,
number
yeah.
3. So those players that I've got up there, they're actually not in a tackle zone, so they can reach the ball. It's just that for some reason I'm like, la-di-da. Ogres are scary, let's just stand here and do nothing. So I'm trying to figure out like the best way to go about this. And then I realized, hey, I can punch another ogre, let's do that. That's always useful. Okay, let's not.
Yeah, let's not.
And now I'm like, have I realized it yet? No, I haven't. But, I do have wrestle.
Yeah. Oh, you've nearly figured it out, nearly.
This is one of those situations where once I'm editing it, I'm sitting there going, what the fuck was I thinking? This is really dumb. Why did I do that? Why did I do this? I shouldn't have done this. I'm not trying to go for the ball here because that's Grumble Goat. It's in a tackle zone. He might pick it up, but I reckon having 2 tackle zones on the ball is going to be much better-ish. That's a technical term, by the way.
Yeah.
Than trying to pick it up and then like fumble it.
No, that's fine.
Ah.
No, that's still
Mr.
okay.
The Fister. It's good, but it would have been better had he caught it.
Bonehead. Oh dear. And you don't even get any points for that.
No.
Did it to himself.
It's horrible.
Stupid something.
So.
Yeah. He's got sidestep.
Mm-hmm.
You've not even done anything. He's fine.
So that was freaking useless.
Yeah, no, that was really good how you're now worse off than you were before.
Yeah. I'm really pleased with that.
Oh, that would be the one ogre would block.
But hey, I've got Mikey. Can Mikey do something? He could do
Maybe.
something if he wanted to.
He could... Yeah, he could... Yeah. Yeah, he could. He could do something.
Yes, please.
Diving tackle.
That's the worst. But I picked it up.
And
And now once again, I'm like, I really want to get rid of the ball here. I'm not entirely sure why, because I'm not that bad off, because he's got 1 ogre and 2 snotlings. It would be nice to score. Oh, I'm in turn 7. Yeah, that's why.
yeah.
I want to score twice. This has taken a bit longer than planned, and I'm greedy. So I want 2 touchdowns while I can. Which unfortunately doesn't happen, as the snotling intercepted.
Yeah. They do that sometimes. I mean...
Yeah.
Poor little guy.
So today's lesson is don't be greedy. Well, actually be greedy, but if you want to, if you got a let's play going and you really want to win as many games as possible to look like kind of cool and so people think you know what you're doing, in that case, don't be greedy.
The intercepts don't happen. He was in 2 tackle zones as well. That's some Ragnar level.
It happens. It happens 1 time out of 6.
Yeah.
And even if that wasn't the case, even if he didn't intercept, it was still a really tricky pass. Sure, Mikey has agility 4, but he was in. No, was he in a tackle zone?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but does it count? I'm gonna go read the rules now.
This is a good defensive line that you're ready to go.
Where's the...
Nice, a rock. Oh,
yeah.
He's fine as well. I hate it when they're fine.
Okay. So, Snotlings are titchy. Titchy players tend to be even smaller and more nimble than other stunty players. To represent this, the player may add 1 to any dodge roll he attempts. On the other hand, while opponents have to dodge to leave any of the titchy players' tackle zones, titchy players are so small that they do not exert a -1 modifier when opponents dodge into any of their tackle zones. So yes, he was in a tackle zone, seeing as Titchy doesn't do anything to pass. This and here I'm just trying. This is one of the things I talked about earlier in the half when I said I didn't really care to count. At this point, I'm like, let's just line people up and see if we can punch. Because I can't really do much. I've got 1 turn to waste.
Yeah.
On stuff. And I don't have anyone that's one star player point away from a skill up either.
I told you set sometimes fucks it up. Sometimes.
Not all the time, like Steve.
Not all the times, yeah. He's had a lot of boneheads. He's had a lot of boneheads on blitzes as well. Just worst case scenario.
But then again, he's got 6 ogres. He's supposed to have 1 every turn.
Yeah. That's the numbers.
So, I mean, while I'm sure it sucks, it's not really... He hasn't had enough for it to be dice rapey.
Maybe. With that extra one there at the end.
And that's the half. At least I'm not down 1 like I usually am at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But might be down players. Nope. Well. I'll see you all in the next half.